It's going to be a slobber knocker.
As they say, anything can happen on Wrestle Lost.
Welcome to Wrestle Lost, folks.
Ah, yes, it's the dance here. It's the wrestling story cast.
The sniper.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Wrestle Lost. Almost didn't have enough time to finish pouring my sun kiss there. But to get it going, like always, here's Johnny.
Yeah, I was drinking water like 20 seconds before we started. Okay, before I start with the news, we need to go back and continue our discussion that we finished with last week, which is Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. Because there have been two different sets of rules that have come out. One said it's real, and one said isn't. So the one that I heard that is the rules that are turned out to be not real, which everybody thought they were, was that Jake Paul was going to get to use headgear, and that he was going to get to tag in Logan Paul anytime during the fight, which essentially make it a 2-on-1 boxing match, which I don't think has ever been done before.
Hell no.
I could understand him wearing the headgear because he is a pussy, but I'll say that to their face. I don't care. Logan too. But anyway, yeah. So what are the actual rules?
Okay, so as far as rules, there really hasn't been many that have came out yet. I more of wanted to touch on the ones that supposedly did come out.
Okay.
The fake ones.
Yeah.
Okay, here's what I want to say on it. The headgear, I would have understood. Because headgear is used. But if one person is going to use it, the other one has to use it.
Right. Yeah.
So that's the whole bit about the headgear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see that a lot.
Yeah, the headgear is actually used in Olympic boxing as well.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So here's where I knew it was fake. When you came to me and you told me, did you hear they're going to allow Logan to tag in? And I'm like, bull fucking shit. Never, ever in a boxing match would they allow that to happen.
No, but like you said, this was an exhibition, though. It's not like a ranked match.
Even in an exhibition, though, like, that type of shit wouldn't happen. I like, even right now with this whole, like, WWE and them working TKO, that whole bit, like, it's even then they wouldn't do some boxing match bullshit like that. Yeah, it's MMA with the UFC, but still, they're not gonna be like, oh, okay, we're gonna do a 2-on-1 UFC World Heavyweight fight, and we're gonna allow tags. No, that's where I knew that shit was not real. And never say never in this world, but I said never.
So these are going to be just standard boxing rules.
So here's the recent update from Ariel Helwani. Speaking on the MMA Hour, the veteran reporter explained both fighters are pushing for a professional bout and that headgear will not be in use. They're still working on a few important details. Is it pro or exhibition? They want pro, but that's up to the Texas Commission. He's being told heavyweight rounds. So 12 rounds.
Okay.
They're working on that as well. And he's been told there's absolutely no headgear involved. This is going to look like a typical boxing match. But is it an exhibition like Tyson's last fight against Roy Jones in 2020? Or is it just a normal pro heavyweight fight with no strings attached? For now, it's sounding like they're going for pro heavyweight fight with no strings attached. And if that happens, murder, people. Fucking murder is about to happen. I have seen some recent videos. So the first one that I sent y'all, whenever this barely started happening, that was Mike Tyson from about 4 years ago. That you could say he's aged, blah, 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 this and that, whatever. The last couple of videos I saw are after they signed the contract. And it looks just like the other video of 4 years ago. Nothing has changed. Murder is my prediction for that night. If they allow it to go the pro rounds or the pro fight with the heavyweight round, I feel sorry for Jake. Even if Tyson, okay, let's just say if Tyson loses, he's still gonna get fucked up because he's gonna land punches.
Yeah.
And so, do I want to see Mike Tyson win? Yes. Do I want to see Jake Paul get hurt even more? Yes. As long as he ends up getting beat the fuck up, that's all that matters to me. And I hope Tyson wins, yes. But yeah, so that's what it's looking like for now. They're really pushing for it to be a pro fight instead of exhibition. So I'm excited, man. And I was even speaking to one of the dudes at work today, Terrell and Tevin, and they were like, "Has it happened? Because we want to watch it." And I'm like, "No, bro, we got like 3 months. Like Tyson is going to train. He's going to get in as good condition as he can, and he about to fuck a white boy up. And I don't care. Sorry, Andrew. It's just the truth, man." But yeah, that was a bit of a clarification on the rules for now. We'll have to see what else comes out, but for now, that's what it's looking like it's going to be.
All right. Well, to start off the news, we have unfortunately we've out of all the wrestling couples out there, we've lost one. And this week, Miro and CJ Perry announced that they are separating after almost 8 years of marriage. So they haven't been seen since World's End. But yeah, they're done. But they still say they're gonna continue to be friends, and hopefully they can work together on screen again one day.
Yeah, that's what I heard as well, is that even though they're separating, that they want to try and be friends, that they're going to work as professionally as possible on screen. I don't know exactly how the fuck that's going to work or what type of story they're going to tell, because we never really got that big time story with them in AEW. So yeah, as long as they can work through their shit and they're able to stay professional, I'm ready to see what they're gonna do. And who knows, man? You know, who knows what happened in their personal life, but sometimes being together with someone that you used to be with and just hanging around so much without that amount of pressure on you, who knows what could happen. I'm not saying something's going to happen, but shit has happened before where people get back together. So who knows? But for now, I just hope they're able to work together and that they're completely fine with each other. And it sounds like they are.
All right. So in Vince McMahon related news of the week, uh, it was four of the names of the executives that were named in the lawsuit were revealed this week, and these are the executives that knew about what Vince was doing. Those are, first of all, number one was Nick Khan, WWE president. Then you have the chief operating officer Brad Blum. No, he was number two. Number three was Stephanie McMahon, and number four was Brandon Nurse, who led WWE legal. So, yeah, just more names to add. And hopefully, there aren't any more.
It surprised me a little bit because from what everything was looking like with Stephanie McMahon like leaving the company and stuff, it seemed like she wanted to separate herself from all the bad stuff that Vince was doing. Like she didn't want to be around because of what he was doing. And now her name comes up that she knew all along. So I really don't know how to feel about it. I'm disappointed. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be completely honest here. Like I really don't give a shit about Nick Khan. Like whatever he does business wise, cool. That's what you were doing. But now that his name has come up in this, I really don't care because we can always get someone else to do what you do. But Stephanie McMahon, man, like someone that this goes along the lines of Vince, someone we saw on TV, someone we enjoyed as a character. Like you see all the video packages of shit she has done with WWE. Like she's
Someone we watched grow up on TV.
yeah.
Yeah.
And like let me put it this way. One of the videos that I'm pretty sure has made 99% of the WWE universe cry, like the Connor's Cure videos. She is very involved in those videos.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
disappointing, man.
Yeah. On screen and off screen,
Yeah. Like
or in kayfabe and non.
yeah.
Yeah. My first memory of seeing Stephanie was when the Undertaker had her on that cross.
Yeah. One of my favorite storylines ever growing up, the Stephanie and Triple H wedding night.
Yes.
Like her passed out in the passenger seat. Like
And when she was supposed to be marrying Test in the
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's some of my favorite shit when I was growing up. And now it's tainted because of this a little bit. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it, man. I'm just really disappointed. But if you notice, nothing else has been said afterwards. Like that's
No.
just where they left it at. They just said the names and
Yeah.
that was it.
Because I mean the investigation is still going on.
Yeah. I'll wait to see what they say, but for now, that hit a little bit different than I thought it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to go along with that, uh, a lot of people are saying that uh, that Brock Lesnar may be coming back to WWE. That they have cleared him of any wrongdoing because he didn't actually meet with her. He just sent text to her. Uh, some outlets were reporting that his profile had been added back onto the roster page. But the thing is, though, that even after this, WWE never took his name off the roster page. He's always been there.
I mean, I didn't actively go looking at the roster page, but if
No.
they said it was still there,
Yeah.
believe them. There's no reason to lie as to someone's name. If someone's name was still on there or not. But I've like we had a discussion about this with Andrew as far as how do you feel if he does return? How do you feel, Andrew? Because I know we talked about it, but
I don't know. Like I said, what happened to innocent until proven guilty?
Yeah.
I know there's accusations and everything, but everybody deserves their day in court, I guess.
and if it does come out that
He was innocent all the time.
yeah,
It looks like they. It'll just look like everybody presumed he was guilty beforehand.
yeah.
So
I just need to see what they have, what proof they have that he's
innocent or guilty, either way, we just want to know the proof.
yeah. Because I'm gonna be completely honest here. He needs his name cleared if there is nothing attached to it. We need to see it and we need to know for sure because a lot of people started hating him as soon as they heard he was involved. So now it's on WWE to clear it. And I hope they do if he is innocent because like I said, that was one of my dudes. Followed him through when he came up in WWE first and then when he went to UFC and then when he came back to WWE. I followed all of that. Even when he was getting beat up, he was still one of my favorites. Even though, you put him up against Cain Velasquez, so come on. But yeah, I enjoyed him. So clear his name if you need to.
Well, CM Punk he's using his time wisely while he's recovering from injury. He was off camera this week at the Performance Center during NXT tapings. He's working closely backstage with the performers working out there, and also giving them advice. He's looking to hopefully maybe one day take over for Shawn Michaels leading NXT. So we may be seeing more of CM Punk in NXT until he comes back.
I'm good with that. Whatever helps the future of the company and future stars, I'm all down for. And to have someone like CM Punk helping out in a way in NXT, that gives you two of the most polarizing figures in WWE, in pro wrestling, under the same roof, working with the same people. We're gonna have I could even see like a future new stable D-Generation X style of people coming up through NXT. Let's fucking do it.
Well, I mean, we kind of already do. Shawn Michaels and Road Dogg.
Yeah, but I'm talking like the new generation,
Yeah.
D-Generation.
Yeah.
And
we're not talking about the one with the Miz and R-Truth and
no.
yeah.
But yeah, like you get the influence and the help of Shawn Michaels and CM Punk. Like they're creating a different breed of athlete there. Not only in ring, but on the mic and all that shit. So yeah. Get more involved in NXT, do what you do, and yeah, I mean, this is a good positive coming out of an injury. So got to look at it that way.
Yeah. And speaking of injuries, unfortunately, this past week at AEW Dynamite, Darby Allin broke his foot during his match with Jay White, and he's going to have to postpone his trip to Mount Everest till at least next year.
I want to know when it happened.
Yeah, I would like to know.
Did it actually happen in the match, or did it happen afterwards, where they put his foot in the chair and all this other stuff?
Well,
I don't know.
I think it may have happened during the match because they made it seem like they wrote him off TV, unless Jay White's just a jerk. I can't see them actually just intentionally breaking his foot.
Yeah.
Or maybe they just did the chair spot wrong, and it accidentally broke his foot.
Maybe.
But see, that's why I want to know if they did it, if it happened then, or if it happened during the match. If it happened during the match, I can understand them. It's like, hey, attack his foot.
Yeah. Like,
we didn't get him off TV for a while. He's actually hurt.
Let's just say the chair spot went wrong. Look, man, accidents happen. So
Yeah.
I don't think we can hold a grudge.
Yeah.
You know? But I just feel sorry for Darby because I know he was really looking forward to climbing Everest.
And I'm sure he was probably training for. You got to train for that too.
Oh, hell yeah, dude! And just also not like only physically training and getting ready for it, but mentally.
Yeah,
it's a lot of different things that go through your mind, and that you have to put yourself through to get to do something like this, and then for it to just be postponed for another year. It's kind of fucked up.
Because there's only certain times a year you can go it. Because if not, you're snowed in. You can't get up there.
Yeah.
It sucks that he broke his foot, but at the same time, at least we know you're going to be around for another year. Because, like I said last week, a lot of people were really worried for that guy. And even after he had his match with Jay White, when that night was over with and the following day, people on Twitter were still like, is there anything we can do for him not to go? Because we're truly afraid for him. But
yeah, break his foot.
Unfortunately, yeah, with a broken foot, you can't really climb Everest unless if like what Sean from Fightful said. What if he just puts a boot on it and climbs it anyway? I wouldn't put it past Darby.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put it past Darby to take a helicopter and do a coffin drop onto the peak. Oh.
There you go.
Yeah, and then just
don't impale yourself. Like you
just rappel down.
Yeah. Yeah, that sucks, man. But at least we know Darby's going to be around for another year. In what condition, we don't know yet. We have to see how he heals up from it. But I'm sure he's going to be just fine.
Yeah.
And yeah, I also want to know when it happened. Because out of everything he did in the past 2 weeks, a broken foot is what they came out.
They were showing the lacerations all over his back during that match as well.
Yeah, but tis but a flesh wound, bro. It's nothing compared to a broken foot.
Yeah. So this week, Logan Paul announced that SummerSlam is going to be in Cleveland, Ohio, in Cleveland Browns Stadium, which means that for the first time they'll actually get to see champions. So,
damn. That's all I got to say on that one, bro.
Well, since the 50s, the Browns were good. They were the NFL champions before the Super Bowl came along in the 50s.
That doesn't count.
That's the 50s, bro.
I'm just saying, It's been 70 years, but hey, it happened back then.
We're in 2024. We're going to see 2050, and you're talking about 1950.
Yeah, the future. Okay, and to end the news on a funny note, I guess there was actually a lot of nudity in wrestling this week. So first you had John Cena at the Oscars. He was given out the award for best uh, costume in a
Yes.
movie, and he was naked. He had the oversized novelty envelope covering his man parts, which it turns out he was actually wearing like a flesh colored cloth over it. So he wasn't actually naked, but
Yeah.
then
Yeah, just in case something happened and he dropped the card or something. Yeah, you can't take that chance.
a wardrobe malfunction because they were live, and then uh, Becky Lynch. There was a photo that was leaked from her book, or actually Becky Lynch leaked it herself because it was on Up Up Down Down. It was after WrestleMania 35 with her and Seth took a picture in the shower together. They were naked and they were covering themselves with their titles. And it was a good thing Becky was Becky Two Belts back then because she covered both her lady parts.
There it is.
There it is.
Sorry, I checked out during the John Cena bit. I didn't give a fuck. Look,
Well, it went along with the Becky Lynch Seth Rollins thing.
yeah, I know. I barely want to listen to John Cena stuff whenever he's not naked. And here he was, air quotes.
Well,
Yeah,
then you also don't want to hear that he's not going to be filming in the second season of Peacemaker till this summer, which means he's probably free for WrestleMania.
He checked out again.
We can't see him. He's John Cena.
look, okay, look, fine. I know John Cena talk is going to happen. If he is freed up for WrestleMania, I don't know what you do. Just keep him away from all the people I like. That'll be one of my piss breaks. I don't care.
He'll probably come out and do something real quick, give somebody a tattoo adjustment, and leave.
And maybe he'll, yeah, maybe this will be the spot when Shane will make his once a year appearance,
Maybe.
and John Cena will give him an AA.
Do you know how much? Okay, I really panicked earlier today because so I'm trying to relax. It's after work. I don't have that much time to relax after work on a Saturday because we got to figure out the dinner situation. And I got to start prepping stuff for here and all that stuff. So, yeah, I don't really have much downtime after work on Saturday. Plus, I was left hanging in the parking lot for a little bit. But
Sorry about that.
story. That's a different story. Yeah, but I see a pop up on my Facebook where it says new details about the Mortal Kombat sequel, and a teaser trailer is out. And even though it's not like with John Cena, obviously, because Mortal Kombat is too cool for John Cena. Like, I don't know what kind of role he would have, but it said Mortal Kombat 2 details and teaser trailer with Dwayne Johnson. And I'm like, you better fucking not let him anywhere near that movie, because it doesn't always quite go right with him when it comes to movies. What role are you, Jax? Like, I don't know of any other black guys in Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. I mean unless unless they're gonna make a new Sabot.
Unless, but it was fake.
Gorgon with the two
Luckily,
forearms.
yeah.
Oh,
I think that's a Goro, whatever his name
Goro,
is.
yes.
Luckily, it was fake. Like there is no teaser trailer yet,
Okay.
and so I was like, "Don't y'all fuck with me." Fucking Facebook. That's why I'm not on there as much anymore. But yeah, I'm glad that wasn't real, and I'm still waiting for Mortal Kombat 2.
So, did you have anything to bring up?
Not really. No, no. I think that was it for the news for now.
Okay.
Unless if something pops up while we're here, but so
Yeah.
yeah. Now that we're done with the news, we're going to go ahead and get into our moments of the week. I'm going to go over to Johnny and get his moment for WWE.
So I said last week that a lot of my moments leading up to WrestleMania probably are going to involve The Rock, and this week is no different. So last night, SmackDown opened up with The Rock. He's by himself this time, no bloodline with him. Roman wasn't there this week. So officially, The Rock works harder than Roman. So the Rock's music hits. He got his Hollywood Rock theme back from the early 2000s before he left. He comes out and they're in Memphis. Memphis is where he started wrestling in the early 90s or mid to early to mid 90s in the USWA. As his name was Flex Cabana. So he was like a hero to them. It was one of those bizarro world situations. He was saying, the Rock is home, and they were chanting his name. They weren't chanting Rocky sucks. They were just chanting Rocky. And The Rock has some country artists there with him. I don't even know who they are. But he says, you want to hear a song. So he sings this song. It went on for a bit too long. About talking about Rowan, not about Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. Says that Seth Rollins' wife is more popular than he is, and continue to talk about the Cody crybabies, all that. So after the song, he starts talking about the slap that Cody gave to him last week, and he made fun of Cody because his response to that was he
To
started
cry.
on Raw. Yeah, that proves The Rock's point of the Cody crybabies. So, because Cody was saying that he can't, when he wins the title, he can't give it to Dusty because Dusty's not here anymore, so he's going to give it to his mom, Michelle. And The Rock starts talking about his mom, saying that when he doesn't win the title, but he is going to give his mom a belt. He take out his own personal weight belt, and he said that he's going to give it to The Rock's mom, or no, to Cody's mom after it's splattered in Cody's blood. and probably the best line was that he started singing, and I forgot the exact line, but he said he was going to whisper in his. Oh yeah, he's going to whisper in her ear. He said, what's there more to say but you're welcome to Cody's mom.
And that's from the
that
song from Moana.
Oh, it was. Oh, I don't
Yeah.
know.
I
don't have
wouldn't
kids.
know.
I don't have kids.
Well, I have kids. Okay, I'm sorry. I know Disney songs.
Wouldn't know.
Anyway, yeah, I didn't know. Um, but yeah, so that was the segment. Went on about 20,
It was
25.
like 20, 25 minutes.
Yeah.
To open the show.
Still going overtime.
Yeah. Yeah, because they said the segment was only going to go about 14, supposed to go 14, 15 minutes. And Cody was there last night. He was advertised, but he wasn't on the show. He had a dark match with Drew McIntyre after SmackDown. But that was it.
I guess The Rock listens to our podcast because he didn't show us his goosebumps last night when he came out.
Well, hey, okay, hold on. If that is the case, if he is listening for any reason, or if anybody from the bloodline is listening, here's what I have to say. The Rock fucked up.
Yeah.
He didn't say that he was going to come after Mama Rhodes.
Yeah.
He said he was going to come after Mama Reigns. He fucked up.
Did he though, or is he foreshadowing?
I don't know. I'm just look here, man. I'm just bringing it to the attention of the bloodline since they clearly listen to us.
Yeah.
Of course they do. Everybody listens to us.
Because so between May 1st and August 1st, he's going to be shooting his next movie, and it says in his contract he can't be physical during that time because they don't want him to get injured because it costs the movie studios money. So after Mania, we're not going to see much of him, and if we do, he's not going to get physical. So
well,
if
you say August 1st?
Yeah. So I mean, he'll be back. He'll come back if he does in time for SummerSlam.
Right.
But or depending on when that is, I don't know when that is. But
well, didn't
I didn't pay attention to what the date was.
Didn't Paul announcement? It's like August 7th or something, I think.
Well, maybe I don't know, but that so when it's this turn, is it going to happen at Mania or is it going to happen the SmackDown after Mania? If it happens at all.
If it does happen, I would say it has to happen at Mania.
Yeah, I think that too because also he kept this is the second week in a row he told Seth Rollins that since he's on the board he can make that title disappear. And at first I thought he was talking about he could actually get rid of the title, but I think he meant more like make sure that Seth doesn't have the title anymore. So a lot of people are saying that maybe he might even get involved in Seth's match with Drew.
Maybe.
Yeah. Here's the only thing I have to say about this Rock segment.
Yeah, he said he's head of the board. He's not head of the board. He's just on the board.
Yeah.
But here's what I have to say about it. Was it enjoyable? Yes. I enjoyed what he did last night quite a bit. To the point where I even told Johnny earlier today that nothing else on the rest of the show compared. It was pretty slow to me after this Rock bit. But this version of the Rock that we're getting right now, he's really doing what he used to do as a face. At least last night he did. He sang the song to Cody and all that shit. It felt, yes, I know it's against Cody and I know it's against Seth, but people cheered him.
Yeah.
Like this song bit is what he would do whenever he would want us to be on his side and cheer for him.
I was afraid the last time he did this was in in 2011 when he sang to Vicky Guerrero.
Yeah, I was about to bring up Vicky. Yeah. And I liked that version of the song he did. But yeah, I don't know. I'm a little confused. Am I supposed to hate him or am I supposed to love him?
I think that's the point.
Yeah,
He wants you feeling both ways about it. That way you don't know what's coming at Mania.
he wants you to be on your toes.
Well, consider me on my toes because I don't know what the fuck to think. Yeah, it just has me a little bit confused, but if that's how they're wanting to play it, good job because you got a lot of people confused.
And
Yeah,
I think that's the point.
Yeah, even to
Yeah.
the point where Sean tweeted like Sean has praised The Rock for like his heel work he's been doing, but it even made Sean tweet, "I don't want you to be a face. Don't be a face." Even though clearly like this is really good stuff either way. So consider me confused if that's what you wanted to do.
and that was all the pretty much all the bloodline we got on the show, except for I did like the backstage segment where Kayla scared Paul Heyman.
And Jimmy accepted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jimmy accepted Jay's challenge, but Kayla's like Paul's like
Look here, Paul. Be glad that you got scared by Kayla because I know of a lot of people who are Kayla fans for many different reasons,
yeah.
and they would love to be scared by her.
But
Yes.
I always enjoy the interaction between Kayla and Paul.
Yeah, they have such a good
Chemistry.
chemistry back and forth in their interviews.
Yeah. Look, man, it's kind of hard to not have any sort of good chemistry with Paul Heyman.
Yeah.
He's just that
Right.
damn good at what he does.
That's why he won the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Yeah. Still holding out hope. Just saying. I know we're talking about other people, but just saying. But yeah. Really good stuff from The Rock. Again, has me confused, but maybe in a good way if that's how they're trying to play it. But yeah, I enjoyed the song. Bringing up the fanny pack, that whole bit, calling Seth a clown again.
Yeah.
Like, it's good stuff, man. I like it. But we'll see what they have because Cody is getting a response on Monday. He's supposed to be there doing some stuff on Raw, so we'll see what happens. But yeah,
And then next Friday, Cody's having a face to face with Roman.
yeah. So it's really good stuff. So yeah, we'll see what happens.
We're getting closer. WrestleMania is not that far away now.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's sneaking up on us, man. Yeah, and then like because the other thing we said about the Tyson fight was, God damn, it's 3 months away. But that's what we said about WrestleMania, and now it's around the corner. So, yeah, it's gonna sneak up on us, bro, just like WrestleMania is. So, now that we've gone through Johnny's moment, I'm gonna go over to Drew and get his moment, and I'll be back.
Oh man, he always leaves for my moment.
I know.
I guess he don't want to hear my moment. Well, I'm going to talk about something we've talked about several times: Austin Theory and his ability to sell a finisher.
Uh-huh.
Did you see what he did last night?
No, I think I missed that part.
Yeah. Okay. Randy Orton was fighting Grayson Waller. Randy got the win. Well, afterwards, Logan Paul and Austin jumped in the ring, and they were helping Grayson Waller beat up Randy. Well, KO came out, and he helped save everybody. and KO and Randy Orton stand in the ring. Randy almost puts the RKO on KO, but he pushes him off and he goes, "Oh, it's you." And they shake hands. And then Austin Theory still in the ring. So KO kicked Austin Theory, gave him the stunner, and on the way up from the stunner, Randy jumped up and RKO'd him. So he got it like a double combo finisher right there, and he sold it like hell. Which Austin Theory is good at selling finishers. So, and then Nick Aldis come out and told Logan, "Hey, for WrestleMania, it's going to be a triple threat against KO and Randy."
Oh,
So,
okay.
but yeah,
that I missed.
yeah, Austin Theory selling the stunner KO back to back in like 2 seconds was cool. It was like a cool combo finisher, which I guess you can use now that they're like a semi tag team.
Yeah,
But I just thought that was cool.
The stunner into the RKO.
Yeah,
Yeah. I thought it. I
looked at it and I was like, "Holy shit, that was cool."
Yeah. I think it can look really, really cool. The only thing that needs to happen is Austin Theory needs to work on the timing a little bit better, or at least how the sequence goes, because that little hop he had to take to get into the RKO looked a little bit weird to me. But as long as they get that down, I think it could look really good. Well, yeah, for the first time doing it, I thought it was pretty badass.
yeah. The best combo finisher I've ever seen was at WrestleMania 30 when Bryan Danielson took the Batista bomb into the RKO.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is actually probably what caused his neck injury, but
Maybe so. We can never really tell.
yeah,
Yeah. There's been some pretty decent combinations out there of moves being done. So, yeah, as long as they work out the timing just a little bit better, I think it's going to work. This isn't going to be the only time they do it. So, yeah.
Yeah, and that also set up the triple threat for Mania.
Yeah.
Which is going to be interesting if because you figure they'd work together against Logan Paul, but then one of them tries to take the pin, the other one.
Yeah. Who knows how that's going to work out? But hey, it's just keeping us on our toes, right? It's unpredictability.
Yep.
Because one of the things I heard someone say today is there really hasn't been much build to WrestleMania outside of the bloodline stuff.
Yeah, there has.
But there has been.
There has.
They just seem to think that the focus is more on bloodline than anything else. But
It kind of is, but
I mean, Jimmy and Jay and Bailey and Io.
yeah,
Sami Zayn is now gonna fight Gunther for the IC title.
Becky and Rhea.
Yeah.
So
and AJ and
LA Knight.
Knight.
And then you got gonna have the 6-pack challenge for the men's tag titles.
That one there, though.
They're doing a tournament
to see which 6 teams get in.
Yeah.
Or which 5 teams get in.
Yeah.
Because one of them's already there because he's the champs.
Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be crazy. A 12-man ladder match.
Yeah. So someone
it reminds me of the days of the Dudley's, Hardys, Edge and Christian.
Yeah.
Triple threat ladder matches.
Yeah.
But no, this is a 6-pack ladder match. Like, holy shit.
So double that.
Right.
This is going to be that much more badass. Well, yeah, on that match, someone said, what if one team pulls down one title and the other team pulls down the other, and that's how they split the belts.
I mean, I'm not mad at that.
Right.
Hey, it can happen if someone's already bringing it up. That just means there's much more of a chance of it happening.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But yeah, for my moment, I'm gonna go real easy on mine, and Johnny already knows about it because I've spoken about it a little bit. Why in the fuck are you gonna make me feel so sad for Maxine? Why you gotta treat this girl this way, man? So
Bad Candace.
it was Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell versus Ivy Nile and Maxine Dupree. Indy Hartwell was laid out by the corner, and Maxine was going to do the reverse worm because you had to set it up somehow. So she didn't see Candice LeRae standing in the corner, so she did it in reverse. And whenever Maxine Dupree turned around, Candice was right there. And she criticized her for trying the backward worm, said it was embarrassing, and told her that the woman in the locker room hate her more than the fans do because they're playing off of that live event shit that happened with her. And they also said, well, Candice also said, your dead brother would be ashamed of you, or embarrassed of you, something like that, but something along those lines. This was rough, man.
Yeah.
Like this coming from the company that has the be a star thing going. Why would you bully someone? I know she has to sign off on it.
It's probably part of a storyline of, or some of Maxine. I don't know.
Yeah. If you're gonna turn Candice LeRae heel, though, there has to be another way of going about it.
I don't think this is about Candace. I think this is more about Maxine.
Yeah.
Think so?
Yeah, it has to be.
The only now that you said that, the only thing I could think of is what if they're gonna split her up from Otis and Gable, and maybe she gets like a darker character, and she goes off with Candice LeRae and Indy.
Maybe.
I don't know. It just felt weird to me that they went that far.
Yeah, I think it has to do with the evolution of
Yeah,
Maxine.
I didn't see it coming, but I'm willing to let it play out. That's just another confusing moment for me. But while I was watching it, I was like, damn, they really went there. I'm kind of glad they did because character development and all that stuff. And also to kind of rub it in the face of the people who were heckling her. And this could be as a way of saying fuck you. Fuck you to your own fan base in a way, because how dare you tell someone like that during a live show, that you don't belong when she's obviously trying to improve. So yeah, maybe they got motivated somehow and it's some sort of a character change, but we'll see what it turns into. It has me interested that they went that far. So
maybe next week or a couple of weeks, somebody else starts talking to her like that or something like that.
Yeah.
So you never know. I've seen Triple H do some wild shit.
I mean,
when he was in NXT.
I mean, we talked about it earlier with Stephanie.
Yeah.
I mean, I just meant as a creative director in NXT.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, let's see how far they're willing to push the envelope.
Like, look how he made Dakota turn, the Ultimate turncoat In
Yeah.
War Games, no doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then now she just betrayed someone else. So
Right.
we'll see where they go with it. But yeah, it baffled me that they went that far. So now that we've got our moments in there for WWE, I'm gonna go back to Johnny and get his moment for AEW.
All right. So my moment is from a backstage interview with Alex Marvez had with the Elite, Matthew Nicholas and Okada, and I just I like this version of Okada. He's a heel and he's also a bully. So he they were wrestling Pac, Penta, and Eddie Kingston in a trios match, and he just simply said that he's coming to get him, and then he said anyway, uh, oh, and say happy birthday to Matthew, and Alex said, oh, well, happy birthday, and Okada's like, no,
No,
sing.
sing it.
So he starts singing happy birthday, and good thing the crowd jumped in too, but they cut to commercial, so you didn't hear the whole song. But I like that he's doing heel comedy,
Mhm.
and his English has actually improved
Yeah.
from the last time I heard him speaking English in New Japan, going back to when we saw him here in Dallas 2019. He's improved a lot. I guess that's what $14.5 million will do to you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's what that amount of money will do to you.
And so yeah, so he also set up this week he'll be taking on Eddie Kingston for the AEW Continental Crown.
By itself.
Yes. No. For some reason, whenever it's called the Continental Crown, that means all three titles.
Well,
If
I
it's just
thought they
eight,
said they're doing it for the first time. Eddie's defending the Continental Belt by itself.
oh, I don't know, but that would make sense because he's got to lose those other titles sometime.
Right. So maybe this is an Okada been here a week and it's probably already going to get a title. No, a couple
Maybe,
of weeks.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I like that the Young Bucks they're doing the coin drop to his music.
Yeah. The only, and I didn't think about this until just now when we were talking about the whole, well, we knew we were talking about the whole singing happy birthday to Matthew.
Yeah,
And I was kind of bummed out that it cut to commercial break
yeah.
because I wanted to hear him finish singing happy birthday.
It really makes me want to get AEW Plus
Yeah.
on Triller, but
Well,
it's like $10 a month now.
yeah.
Yeah.
What would have been funny is if they come back from commercial break.
And they're still singing.
Yeah, and they were still, and he was still singing. It was like, we didn't tell you to stop. We went to commercial break.
Yeah,
And it was like they heckled him throughout the whole commercial break.
yeah.
On singing. That would have been hilarious. But yeah. I love, there can be heels like Okada, who we didn't think he was going to be a heel, but that still have a bit of a comedy side to them. I mean, that's what Matthew and Nicholas are as well. So I said last week that I didn't know how this was going to work because it was like a different side of Okada that we hadn't seen.
Yeah.
But so far, it's working, man. I like it. So
Is this kind of like when Hogan left WWE, went to WCW, and became Hollywood Hogan the heel?
something like that.
Yeah.
Because you know it's the same guy, just a different side of him. And yeah, we'll see how far they decide to push that as well. But so far so good from Okada in AEW. So now that we got Johnny's moment in there, I'm gonna go over to Drew get his moment for AEW.
Well, I'll let you have your moment because I know what you want to talk about. I'm going to go with the AEW Championship match between Wardlow and Samoa Joe.
Okay.
This is one of the first times since Joe's been champion where he wasn't the bigger guy. He
Yeah.
wasn't the stronger guy. But I guess he's just the veteran. Been doing a heck of a lot longer than Wardlow, so he knows how to work the match better than Wardlow. So, yeah, it was pretty much back and forth. That Wardlow was seeming to push Joe around, do some stuff to Joe that Joe's hadn't felt since he'd been to AEW. But in the end, Joe choked him out with the what?
Cocaine clutch.
Yeah, coquina clutch. I always wanted to call it because it's basically the same move Shayna has. They just call it something different. Yeah, Joe gets the win. Swerve comes back out, so I don't know what's going to happen there. But yeah, I thought it was a good match between two giants, two meaty men. Oh.
Yeah. Never would I have thought that Samoa Joe would be the smaller guy in a match.
Yeah.
But then you
Right.
put him up against Wardlow, and it's like, fuck. But hey, Wardlow looked good. Samoa Joe obviously looked good. And I wouldn't mind seeing this at a pay-per-view somewhere. Because I think we can get a bigger match from them.
Oh, we definitely could have.
Yeah. Yeah. So maybe one day down the line, maybe we can get a better moveset. I don't know. Because Samoa Joe's pretty good. But yeah.
And Wardlow still, he could do it too because he did a moonsault. He also did a swanton. So
Yeah. We know he can do other stuff, but it's just getting him comfortable enough to do it, I guess, since he's
Yeah.
such a big guy. But yeah, if we can get more moves out of Wardlow, I think it would make for a much interesting match. So hell yeah, maybe we can work on that. Before I move on to my moment, there's something I gotta say because I saw it pop up on Twitter. I just saw the picture of Bryan Danielson after his match with
his shoulder.
What the fuck happened to his shoulder?
Watch the match.
I'm looking at this and I'm like, fuck, that looks bad.
Yeah, he wrestled Shibata tonight.
Yeah.
It looked worse than Cody in Hell in a Cell with Seth.
Oh no.
It looks so much worse than that. Oh shit. That should be my moment because I just fucking reacted. Like they had to hold my reaction.
It was the opening match on.
Talking.
It was the opening match on Collision.
Okay, so we don't have to wait long. It's the
No
match.
It's the opener.
Ooh, what an opener from that one picture I saw. Holy shit. But my true moment for AEW this week, like the title says, CEO, 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 Mercedes Mone, finally in AEW, graphic and all. This introduction to her in AEW was everything you get, was everything you expect from Mercedes, just because it's been done in WWE at times where she brings up Eddie Guerrero as her inspiration for becoming a wrestler. So she obviously was going to name drop Eddie, and everybody does the Eddie chant. But from the moment her music hit, she steps out and she does the Sasha Banks side pose and all that shit. And you got the CEO chants going in the song. I was wondering how long it was going to take for it to catch on. And then as soon as the music cuts off, you just hear the crowd chanting CEO. Some people compared it to when CM Punk came into AEW. I don't know if it was quite at that level, but it was still really damn good. And just the way she told her story and her dropping out of school to take care of her brother and then getting into wrestling and all that stuff and started training and all that. You put it in a way where I haven't heard it before. And she got choked up a couple of times whenever she like brought up her brother and when she talked about Eddie Guerrero again. So you can tell for some reason it hit her a little bit more emotionally during some of it, but immediately saying the rundown of the main event of Willow Nightingale and that maybe she was going to involve herself somehow, which after that we knew she had to be involved in a way. And yeah, just later on in the night, her coming out and siding with Willow was surprising a little bit because Willow was the one that injured her
Yeah.
in that New Japan match they had.
Yeah, in the finals.
Yeah. So that was a little bit surprising, but there's so many different things you can do now with Mercedes there. One of the only one we really talked about in not a lot of detail, but it's the one that makes sense. Mercedes Mone, obviously, having her match against Soraya, that would be good. There's a story to tell. So you can capitalize on that. And yeah, there's just so many different things you can say. And I'm excited to see where it goes for her because you immediately got the CEO chant over, and the crowd was sought for her. And not only that, but having Bailey there and pretty much all the team bad.
Yeah. Tamina and Naomi.
Tamina and Naomi. Yeah, I loved it, man. I just love that she's in AEW. Give me all of Mercedes Money beating everybody's ass and then just dancing after. That's all I want to see. Just give me that every single night, and I'm happy.
Are we going to get one day Mercedes dancing with Prince Nana?
I wouldn't mind it. Look, I wouldn't put anything past Prince Nana, and Mercedes would be down. One of the other things I thought about with her being the CEO, what if she aligns herself with Matthew and Nicholas and Okada?
Hmm.
That would be interesting because she's calling
Yeah.
herself the CEO and she's all about the money.
Yeah.
And so is Matthew, Nicholas, and Okada now.
Yeah.
So her in kayfabe running helping run AEW somehow. I think that would be a pretty good story to tell as well if that's something they wanted to do. I mean, she gave herself the title of CEO, air quotes. So why not do something like that? There's a lot of different things you can do. I'm excited for the future of Mercedes. And I think it is a 3-year deal, but they haven't said how much money. You think they'd have to pay her good
Yeah.
because of Will Ospreay and Okada coming in and them getting paid good
Yeah.
as well.
So here's the breakdown because we know we saw her in the crowd at All In August. So that's when everybody started speculating, oh, she's going to come into AEW soon. Well, right after that, for some reason or another, talks broke down between her and AEW. So that's when she started to talk to WWE. But then they could never reach a decision uh, on a deal. So WWE actually gave her the okay to go pursue AEW and see what offer they can give her, and they finalized the deal back in December.
Yeah, she's definitely been signed for about 2 months for sure. Probably even longer than that. So the whole time that some people were saying, "Oh, she's gonna be at the Rumble. She's gonna come and help Bailey and all this
Yeah,
and that," she was already signed with AEW. So all those people that were being weird about it, don't be weird. Like I know people talk and we never really know, but whenever that's what's expected to happen, just take it for what it is, man. And it was obviously gonna happen that she came into AEW. So hell yeah. I'm just excited, man. I'm excited for the future. And now you have no excuse to not put up a top-notch women's division. You can't mess it up now. And I don't know if you know this, Johnny, but you're muted. There you
yeah, I
go.
know.
Oh, okay. It just happened all of a sudden that I wasn't sure, and I didn't want you to start talking and you still be muted. So, but yeah, man, it's an interesting time for AEW. It's an interesting time to be a fan, and I just hope they get more time allowed for the women to be on TV because now with everyone you have and with people coming back soon, from what I'm hearing, like Britt Baker, etc., Jamie Hayter, yeah, you're gonna need more time for women on TV.
It's not just the women's division, but AEW right now is just like firing on all cylinders, even with the talent they have right now. And there's several wrestlers that aren't even there right now. Like some of their top guys, MJF, Adam Cole, Kenny Omega, Hangman. Now Darby's out.
Yeah,
So yeah, even with those people not there, Miro and Keith Lee, and the list goes on. But they're still with the people they got. They're good right now.
yeah,
And this is the first time I've heard people point this out that since since even when WCW was around, this is the first time that both of the major companies are doing well.
yeah,
Like if you go back to the '90s, going back to the early '90s, uh, WWF was doing good, and WCW wasn't doing good. Mid '90s, WWF wasn't doing so good, but WCW was doing good. And then during the Attitude Era, it reversed again. WWF was doing good. WCW eventually went out of business. Even when AEW first started in 2019, through probably 2022, they were the ones that were doing good. And WWE wasn't good, and then Vince left, and you had the whole merger and the Vince situation. Now both companies are doing good.
yeah, yeah. They are, and I'm glad you brought that up right now because it kind of set my mind going, and it reminded me of something else that we didn't speak about on the news.
Okay.
Josh Barnett's Bloodsport.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too, and I forgot to mention that.
Yeah. So it mainly has involved recently more AEW talent.
Yeah. So let me explain first. Josh Barnett's Bloodsport is an event that takes place WrestleMania weekend, a couple of days before WrestleMania, and it's a part of GCW has a whole 3 day run of shows. They call it collective. I think it's like 12 shows in 3 or 4 days over Mania weekend, and this is one of those shows.
Yeah.
Last year they featured Kota Ibushi.
So now, at least as of yesterday, it was being said that WWE talent, for the first time, were going to be involved in Josh Barnett's Bloodsport. So, officially, unofficially, making her GCW debut is Shayna Baszler. She is going to fuck some people up. Because, she trained MMA. Like, she fought in MMA as well for a little bit.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she knows what she's doing when she gets in there. So people better be careful. And if you don't think that people need to be careful when they go into something like that, whether it be recent, I don't know exactly when it happened because I don't have the exact date. But there is a video making the rounds that I talked to Johnny about during break or lunch today. It was one or the other. I think it was lunch. John Moxley got choked out by some random dude.
Yeah.
In a wrestling competition. Like they were just grappling. They were on the ground and Mox got choked the fuck out. And we're talking Moxley here. So yeah. Anything can happen in this world.
I'm interested in seeing who her opponent's going to be.
Nick Gage.
I wouldn't mind her taking on Masha Slamovich
Effie.
or Alley Cat.
Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Because I just thought of something. So hear me out. At Josh Barnett's Bloodsport, you have Shayna Baszler. And then from ROH, Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, because she is technically in Ring of Honor too.
Yeah,
right?
technically she is Ring of Honor. So you do that, and you give us a really good fight. I wouldn't mind it. I'm a fan of Ronda from UFC. Again, just like Brock Lesnar. And I followed her career all the way through WWE and everything that happened there. So you give me Ronda Rousey versus Shayna Baszler, and you say all gloves are off. Do what y'all need to do. Hash it out. Let's fucking go. Now I want it to happen. Come on, please let it be Ronda. But yeah, that's something that I think needed to be mentioned here at the end because Johnny got my brain going with that last thing, so I had to bring that up. Just puts more excitement into WrestleMania weekend. So we'll see what ends up happening. And I heard there's going to be more names. It's not only going to be Shayna.
Yeah, that whole weekend, like I said, it's 12 shows. So ev- pretty much every wrestler from uh, AAA, CMLL, Ring of Honor, New Japan, TNA, GCW. A lot of them are going to wrestle there that week.
You know who I want to see? Who I want to see come up in there and just like completely murder someone? Akira Tozawa. Because you know he can fight.
Ooh, Akira Tozawa versus Minoru Suzuki.
Oh,
God, you trying to kill Akira or whatever?
Murder Grapple.
I don't know, man. I don't know who all you get. I don't know who all is going to do it. Like,
Yeah.
it's for sure Shayna Baszler for now. The Akira Tozawa thing is just something I want to see. Let's put some respect on Akira Tozawa's name. But, yeah. I'm gonna be interested to see what other names are dropped as we get closer to it. So just another thing to look forward to. So hell yeah, we'll see what happens there. But like always, get ready there, Andrew. To see how it goes, it is time to stump the brain.
For a second there, I thought you were going to forget.
No.
Okay. Besides The Rock, who's there temporarily, who is the longest tenured superstar on the WWE roster?
Long as what?
Tenured superstar. He's been there the longest.
I have someone in mind, but I don't know. Like
I got someone in
currently
mind.
active or
Yes, he's currently active.
okay.
Okay.
In ring wrestler.
In ring. Okay, good. Okay, that leaves out the Undertaker. Okay,
That leaves out who?
the Undertaker.
Oh, yeah.
Say it. Tell me I finally have one right. I'm not gonna say it. I'm waiting on you because I don't want to be wrong.
It's Triple H because his in ring is done.
Correct.
John Cena,
No, because he's part timer.
Yeah.
but he's still in ring.
We don't know that for sure though right now.
So is it? AJ Styles?
No, because he hadn't been with the WWE all that time.
Okay, because he was there for a few matches like back in 02
Yeah, but he left to go to
TNA.
TNA. Yeah.
Yeah.
If I raise my arms up in the air, it's because I was right. Oh, he's having
I
trouble.
mean, I would say Paul Heyman, but he's not a wrestler.
He's not active. Oh, he's active, but you know what we mean.
Yeah.
In ring.
Randy Orton.
That's not what this says. No. No, that's not the information I've got. When did he start?
He started like in 02. Yeah,
Then
because
no.
he was in that same class with Batista and Brock and John Cena.
So no, this guy's been there 2 years longer than them. He started in 2000.
Hmm.
I might not be right now that I think about it. I didn't say anything.
Mm. I
Let me. You know how they started putting the little, like when they come out, they do the information on them.
Yeah.
Like when they show their name on the bottom. I got
Yeah.
this off of that, so it says.
Oh, I know what you're talking about now. Wait, I think because we discussed this. I think we discussed it. This is our truth.
Yes.
Because that's not accurate.
I'm just going by that, okay? According to the WWE, it's accurate.
Because he started in 2000 as K Quick, and he was actually only there for like half a year before he was released. And then years later, he showed up in TNA as Ron Killings. And
I'm just saying what according to
I
that.
Oh no.
According to the WWE graphic.
But it made you remember when you started talking about what they put on their entrance.
Right.
Because I do remember them saying that.
That was a good swerve.
Yeah.
No, he's in AW.
Nice joke.
Hey, it's a dad joke. I'm a dad.
I was telling Freddie, now I want, we had the three faces of Folly. Now I want the three faces of our truth. I want him to come out one week as K Quick, and then another week to come out just as Ron Killings and ask people if they've seen the Three Live Crew.
You know what else we need? There's 4 faces of our truth.
I think you're talking about Little Jimmy.
Yeah, little Jimmy.
Not gonna lie, I'm still a little confused about little Jimmy. I don't know what that was.
So, see, now he can go up to Jimmy Uso and say, hey, you're Little Jimmy.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna try and find. I'm pretty sure someone has it. I'm gonna see if there's a compilation of our truth and all the moments between him and little Jimmy,
Oh,
and we need to watch it one day.
I'm sure somebody made a TikTok about it somewhere.
I'm talking about like a YouTube video
Yeah.
of everything.
Yeah.
And I need to search that up. If I can find it, we're gonna watch that shit.
Yeah.
So get ready for some laughs on that one. But yeah, man. WrestleMania, it seems like a good build so far. Unlike some people who think it really hasn't expanded towards covering all their bases, but I think they're working on it. I think they're covering a lot of things, and I'm quite enjoying it. And AEW with Mercedes Mone, Will Ospreay, and Kazuchika Okada coming in, they're gaining a lot of traction. They're getting some fans that weren't quite fans of it before. There's plenty of people that I saw saying the night that Mercedes showed up is the first time we watched AEW, and we loved it. So that just goes to like we've been saying for a long time. Just enjoy it all.
You can enjoy both shows
Yes.
or both companies.
Enjoy both companies. You can enjoy all companies.
Yeah.
And it does not matter. We can all get along until you don't want to get along.
And remember, this Wednesday is going to be a big night on AEW.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, because we're after Dynamite, we're getting the first ever Wednesday night live Rampage.
But on Dynamite, we're getting the Continental match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No crown.
We're getting the TNT I Quit match.
Yes.
Oh yes. Yeah, man. It's a good time. It's a good time to be a fan.
Yeah.
Just don't let other people ruin it for you.
Yep.
Right.
Because of that.
If you like wrestling, you can like both companies
Yeah.
because we all do.
Yeah.
My advice, even though I don't follow my own advice, is stay off Twitter.
Watch the shows
Stay
today
off Twitter. I'm on there a lot, so yeah.
But because of the NCAA tournament, they're showing Rampage after Dynamite on Wednesday.
Right, because March Madness starts.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's going to be a fun time either way. But like always, if you have any questions or comments, wrestlelost@gmail.com, WrestleLost on Facebook, and don't forget to give us a follow here on Twitch, on our YouTube page, and on our TikTok page at WrestleLostPod. So, hope everybody enjoys the rest of their weekend, and we will talk to y'all later.